Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which taken at the flood, leads on to fortune. Omitted, all the voyage of their life is bound in shallows and in miseries. On such a full sea are we now afloat. And we must take the current when it serves, or lose our ventures. A fool thinks himself to be wise, but a wise man knows himself to be a fool. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. No legacy is so rich as honesty. It is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. God has given you one face, and you make yourself another. Hell is empty and all the devils are here. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? If music be the food of love, play on. The evil that men do lives after them, the good is oft interred with their bones. Some rise by sin, and some by virtue fall. Cowards die many times before their deaths, the valiant never taste of death but once. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Ignorance is the curse of God, knowledge is the wing wherewith we fly to heaven. The course of true love never did run smooth. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow, that I shall say good night till it be morrow. When sorrows come, they come not single spies, but in battalions. This life, which had been the tomb of his virtue and of his honor, is but a walking shadow, a poor player, that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. One touch of nature makes the whole world kin. Our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. It is a wise father that knows his own child. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Better 3 hours too soon than a minute too late. The undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns. The rob that smiles, steals something from the thief. Reputation is an idle and most false imposition, oft got without merit, and lost without deserving. How far that little candle throws its beams. So shines a good deed in a naughty world. What's done can't be undone. Love is a smoke made with the fume of sighs. There is no darkness but ignorance. Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind. Heat not a furnace for your foe so hot that it do singe yourself. To thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any man. Virtue is bold, and goodness never fearful. Boldness be my friend. But oh, how bitter a thing it is to look into happiness through another man's eyes. Men are April when they woo, December when they wed. Maids are May when they are maids, but the sky changes when they are wives. Listen to many, speak to a few. Who could refrain that had a heart to love and in that heart courage to make love known? Sweet mercy is nobility's true badge. There's no art to find the mind's construction in the face. Brevity is the soul of wit. Though she be but little, she is fierce. Such as we are made of, such we be. They do not love that do not show their love. Fishes live in the sea, as men do on land, the great ones eat up the little ones. Let me embrace thee, sour adversity, for wise men say it is the wisest course. The love of heaven makes one heavenly. Life every man holds dear, but the dear man holds honor far more precious dear than life. When words are scarce, they are seldom spent in vain. Talking isn't doing. It is a kind of good deed to say well, and yet words are not deeds. I like not fair terms in a villain's mind. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet, are of imagination all compact. Doubt thou the stars afire, doubt that the sun doth move. Doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I love. Life is as tedious as twice told tale, vexing the dull ear of a drowsy man. To do a great right, do a little wrong. There's many a man has more hair than wit. And this, our life, exempt from public haunt, finds tongues in trees, books in the running brooks, sermons in stones, and good in everything. My crown is called content, a crown that seldom kings enjoy. I hold the world but is the world, Gratiano, a stage where every man must play a part, and mine is a sad one. The man that hath no music in himself, nor is not moved with concord of sweet sounds, is fit for treasons, stratagems and spoils. Most dangerous is that temptation that doth goad us on to sin in loving virtue. Love sought is good, but given unsought is better. Farewell, fair cruelty. The wheel is come full circle. 'Tis better to bear the ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. I see that the fashion wears out more apparel than the man. As flies to wanton boys, are we to the gods, they kill us for their sport. The stroke of death is as a lover's pinch, which hurts and is desired. Our peace shall stand as firm as rocky mountains. Love is not love that alters when it alteration finds. I wasted time, and now doth time waste me. With mirth and laughter let old wrinkles come. Oh, what may man within him hide, though angel on the outward side? 'Tis not enough to help the feeble up, but to support them after. O thou invisible spirit of wine, if thou hast no name to be known by, let us call thee devil. A man loves the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. How of the sight of means to do ill deeds makes ill deeds done. The devil can cite scripture for his purpose. To be, or not to be, that is the question. In a false quarrel there is no true valor. False face must hide what the false heart doth know. Poor and content is rich, and rich enough. If you have tears, prepare to shed them now. My pride fell with my fortunes. But if it be a sin to covet honor, I am the most offending soul alive. I am not bound to please thee with my answer. Speak low, if you speak love. If you can look into the seeds of time, and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then unto me. Pleasure and action make the hours seem short. I was adored once too. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. If to do were as easy as to know what were good to do, chapels had been churches, and poor men's cottage princes' palaces. O God, how weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world. If it be a sin to covet honor, I am the most offending soul. Is it not strange that desire should so many years outlive performance? Oh, what a goodly outside falsehood hath! I had rather have a fool to make me merry than experience to make me sad and to travel for it too. Wisely, and slow, they stumble that run fast. Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. Words, mere words, no matter from the heart. When we are born we cry that we are come to this great stage of fools. Sweet are the uses of adversity which, like the toad, ugly and venomous, wears yet a precious jewel in his head. Time and the hour run through the roughest day. No, I will be the pattern of all patience, I will say nothing. Teach not thy lips such scorn, for it was made for kissing, lady, not for such contempt. Faith, there hath been many great men that have flattered the people who ne'er loved them. The very substance of the ambitious is merely the shadow of a dream. Oh, for a muse of fire, that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention. Give me my robe, put on my crown, I have immortal longings in me. Things won are done, joy's soul lies in the doing. This above all, to thine own self be true. Suit the action to the word to the action. And oftentimes excusing of a fault doth make the fault the worse by the excuse. Things done well and with a care, exempt themselves from fear. How sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child.